STARBORN. Remember, to be a star, you have to shine your own light, follow your own path, and not worry about the darkness, because that's when stars shine brightest. If you've been looking at our website, starborninstitute.org, you would already know that the title of tonight's show is A Good Start. And that is something that anyone could make right now, because there is a very rare thing happening among the heavens today. And it is that there is a perfect grand trine occurring. And there are other trines among the other elements as well. There are 4 elements: fire, air, earth, and water. And although there are no planets in the fire signs, boy, all of the other elements have very positive things going for them. The perfect grand trine occurs among the creative air signs. And that is because today the sun is at 3 degrees of Gemini, a sign ruling communication and easy transitional change. And it is trining the moon today at 3 degrees of Libra. And Libra rules love and marriage and partnership and compromise and the law. And then those 2 planets, which are the lights, the sun and the moon, are all trining Mars in Aquarius at 3 degrees. So these 3 planets are all in exactly the same degree, and that creates a perfect grand trine among the creative, conceptual, visionary earth signs. So a good start is underway, I'm sure. And that is wonderful because it is sort of being backed up by other good trines. For instance, among the healing water signs, there is another grand trine, and it involves Venus, which is in Cancer right now, which rules the home and our feelings and our families. And that Venus in Cancer is trining Jupiter in Scorpio, which is a fixed financial sign ruling justice and survival and money from any other source. And those 2 wonderful planets, Venus and Jupiter, are trining Neptune in Pisces, which rules our dreams and goals and aspirations, as well as ruling things that are hidden behind the scenes. So this is a time with this grand trine in the healing water signs that some sort of good start could certainly benefit families. And it could make us all feel better in one way or another. And at the same time, justice could be done by having the truth revealed about something, and that could reduce our doubts and our anxieties. So that is positive as well. And then among the earth signs, there are 4 planets trining each other, and that is because Mercury and Uranus are in Taurus, another fixed financial sign, and they are trining Saturn and Pluto in Capricorn. Of the 4 planets, Saturn is the strongest because it rules that sign. And since Saturn and Pluto are both retrograde or going backward, and Capricorn rules big business and large government agencies and sometimes the management in them, and since these planets are retrograde, it simply means there is the possibility now of a little trimming going on. In other words, there could be a downsizing in management positions, or there could be budgets that are getting trimmed in order to provide some cost savings for a good start and to make it affordable. Well, that is a pretty good idea as well. And so, even though there are no planets in the fire signs, the planets are all spread out very harmoniously in trines among the air, water, and earth signs. And that means that you could make a good start doing just about anything right now and probably succeed. Even if you're only in the planning stages right now, you could be successful. So don't hesitate, because this is a golden opportunity for almost anybody to get going and making a good new start. At the same time, we do have a few obstacles that could be causing problems, and that is because there is a T-cross among both the cardinal signs and the fixed signs. And so among the cardinal signs, Venus in Cancer is squaring that gentle moon in Libra, and Saturn and Pluto in Capricorn are opposing that Venus in Cancer. When Venus and Saturn either square or oppose each other, that is an indication of a betrayal. But this time, I think this betrayal may be necessary. Because remember that betrayal is coming because Saturn is in Capricorn opposing Venus in Cancer. And a necessary betrayal might involve some sort of cut in management positions or cuts in budgets in order to provide funds for some good new start. So that's what I mean by a betrayal may be necessary. In the fixed signs, there's also a T-cross, and that is because Mercury and Uranus in Taurus are opposing Jupiter in Scorpio, and these are the two fixed financial signs, and all of these planets are being squared by Mars in Aquarius. And so since the financial signs are affected, it simply means finances could fluctuate. And so we would have to be very, very careful. Don't spend money that you don't have, or don't go into debt right now. Instead, just work within your budget, because that is the way you could stay on rather safe grounds, even if your finances do fluctuate. So nevertheless, even though we have obstacles that we may be facing, the aspects are so good right now because of all of these trines, and particularly the perfect grand trine in air signs. The aspects are so good for you to make a new start or a good start right now on anything. It might not be a new one, but it could be a good one, that you really should go for it. And this is a wonderful time to do the right thing, because so many different people could benefit from it, not only yourself, but many others. And that is why you shouldn't hesitate to make a good start right now if you can, because the stars are with you. All right, what does this mean to all 12 of the sun signs? Well, Aries, for you, what it means is that since yours is a cardinal sign and a fire sign, and there are no planets in the fire signs, but there are in the cardinal signs, it simply means that you might have to sort of look for little problems, and you may be involved in solving some of them or trying to. And you could make a good start on that, Aries, because Venus in Cancer is squaring your sun, which means that something that has to do with real estate or a family matter or a home matter could be presenting some sort of a challenge to you right now, but you could work with it and maybe solve it. And at the same time, the larger problem is that Saturn and Pluto in Capricorn are also squaring your sun, and there is an indication, since these other planets are so well backed up now by trines, that you may have to encounter or make an adjustment, because there could be a management change around you or a budget cut of some sort, and you would have to adapt to that. That could occur anytime between now and 2020, because those planets, Saturn and Pluto, will be squaring your sun sign for years to come. But so anyway, you may have to fend off certain problems, but nonetheless, everyone is aspected to be successful at making a good start right now. So don't let anything stop you, Aries. Just go to it. Okay, what does it mean to a Taurus? Well, Taurus, this is a time when you can be very successful, because there is a trine in the earth signs, and that means that Mercury and Uranus in your sign are beautifully trining Saturn and Pluto in Capricorn. And that simply means that if you've got your mind on some sort of long-range goal, and you're dealing with a large corporation, maybe you're applying for a job with one or with a government agency, or there are changes in policies, they could benefit you. Even some management downsizing or budget cuts could somehow benefit you, Taurus, because these planets are trining each other. And so you have that to look forward to, as long as you keep long-range goals in mind. But at the same time, yours is a fixed sign, and that simply means that there can be some money coming in for you, but there could also be some money going out, and that is because Jupiter in Scorpio is opposing Mercury and Uranus in your sign. So there could be higher taxes or the higher cost of credit, or there could be some sort of tough terms that have to do with a matter involving justice right now, and you would have to address all of that. And Mars in Aquarius is squaring your sun. And so you sort of need to look out for future plans that could run into a little bit of trouble, and that's why you need to be careful. But you too, as long as you're keeping long-range goals in mind and you're only taking one step at a time, you too can make a good start right now. So good luck. Okay, what does it mean to a Gemini? Well, Gemini, the sun is in your sign at 3 degrees. The moon in Libra is perfectly trining it because that is at 3 degrees. And Mars in Aquarius is perfectly trining it also at 3 degrees. I think you're definitely going to make a good start right now, Gemini, and it will involve you doing your best. It may be doing your best for a lot of different people, not just yourself, but others. So you're going to be really good at communicating right now, and you're going to have a lot of help or backup from very nice people who can be peace-loving or give you good legal advice, and also from people who are very anxious to get a new start underway or get the future underway, and they can have really good intentions right now. So I think it's all systems go for you, Gemini. Don't be afraid to get out and make contact with people or pick up new partnerships, because they could do you a lot of good. Okay, what does it mean to a Cancer? Well, Cancer, this is a time when you benefit from the grand trine in water signs, because Venus is in your sign right now, and Venus is a very loving planet, so I'm sure that you're sort of not only in the mood for love, but for peacemaking as well. And you may want a lot of people to feel better and to have a good rapport with all of your family members. And you can be endorsing some sort of justice that is done because the truth is revealed, and that once the truth is out, that can reduce doubt and anxiety. So all of those things are wonderful, and you can get help from people behind the scenes, because not only is Jupiter in Scorpio trining your sun, but so is Neptune in Pisces. So you really can make a good start right now, Cancer, and this is the right time to do it because it could benefit so many others. At the same time, yours is a cardinal sign, and so the moon in Libra is squaring your sun, and Saturn and Pluto in Capricorn are opposing your sun sign. So you may be affected by some downsizing in management positions or some budget cuts, and that is being done. That might involve a betrayal, which is necessary because it could be done in order to provide cost savings to get a good start underway. And so, you know, you need to watch out and be a little bit careful in a work environment, but you're still going to do wonderfully well if you make a good start right now, because it'll make so many other people happy as well. So I hope you give that a try. Okay, what does it mean to a Leo? Well, Leo, there aren't any planets in the fire signs, but there are a lot of planets around you, Leo, sextiling your sign. And that is because Venus is in Gemini, beautifully aspected right now, but it's sextiling your sun sign, giving you opportunities to make communications with others and to make easy transitional changes that other people could be helping you with. And then also, the moon today in Libra is sextiling your sun, which means you may benefit from peace-loving partners and also from people who can give you good legal advice. So it doesn't mean that you can't make a good start right now, Leo. It just means that it would be wise of you to bring a few more people on board on your team right now that can be of help to you. And that would be good. Since there aren't any planets in the fire signs, you're a little bit on your own, but there are certainly nice people around you, Libra, so I hope you take advantage of that, particularly if you have any questions about finances. And that is because Mercury and Uranus and Taurus are squaring your sun, and so is Jupiter in Scorpio. So I do think you have some financial matters that need to be cleared up, but luckily, if you draw on the good advice from other people, I think that you can solve them. So good luck. Okay, what does it mean to a Virgo? Well, Virgo, this is a time when you benefit greatly from those 4 planets in Earth signs that are all trining your sun sign. And that is because Mercury, your own ruler, and Uranus and Taurus are trining your sun, and so is Saturn and Pluto or so are Saturn and Pluto in Capricorn. So your long-range plans can be working out pretty well. And if there are adjustments in management positions or budget cuts, they would tend to benefit you. They also might make more work for you, Virgo, but they would benefit you. And at the same time, since Taurus is a fixed financial sign with your ruler and Uranus there, trining your sun, you could get good news about your investments, or it can just be that there can be some more money coming your way. Maybe something is just more valuable and you might think about selling it or using it to your advantage in one way or another. So this is a very good, solid, practical time for you, and that means, Virgo, that you too can make a good start at something if you want to, because you have tremendously good backup right now. So just have confidence and go forward. Okay, what does it mean to a Libra? Well, Libra, lucky you, the moon is in your sign and it is involved in a perfect grand trine today, a very rare occurrence. And when planets are in a perfect grand trine, it means that people are in agreement about their future plans and that they have very good intentions. So that means you are, Libra, but the sun in Gemini is trining your sun. So either young people or somebody who's very versatile and creative can be wanting to help you with a good start of yours. And Mars in Aquarius is trining your sun as well. And those planets are at 3 degrees as well. So I think you are in agreement and have good intentions about some future plan. And there can be people that are eager to help you with that in one way or another. In fact, they could be in a hurry. So I think that you just need to go forward right now with the other people that are agreeing with you, Libra, because this is a golden time for you to communicate clearly with others and either to be very supportive of someone else or to share in the plans and also share in the success. So I think that's what you're looking at right now, is the potential for success as long as you go forward. Okay, what does it mean to a Scorpio? Well, Scorpio, there is a grand trine in water signs right now, and that means Jupiter is in your sign, and it is being trined by that very loving planet, Venus in Cancer, which means your home life or your family life could be getting better, or a real estate matter could be looking a lot better. And Neptune in Pisces is also trining that Jupiter, and so it simply means that perhaps your friends behind the scenes could be quite willing to do you a favor or to help you with a matter that involves justice and revealing the truth, so that doubt and anxiety can be reduced and people can get along a lot better. So I think that you can certainly benefit from the fact that this grand trine in water signs is healing and it is supporting your sign. But your sign is a fixed sign as well, and that means, since there's a T-cross in fixed signs, that Uranus and Mercury in Taurus are opposing your sun sign, which means that there can be sudden changes or sudden fluctuations in finances. And the reason why is that Mars, your own ruler in Aquarius, is squaring your sun sign, and it is squaring those planets in Taurus. And so at any time there could be changes in your finances, or there could be matters involving justice and the truth coming out. And if you are involved in any sort of injustice, the terms to settle that could be pretty tough. Or the terms on some sort of credit matter or financing matter could be pretty tough as well. So there are a few obstacles for you to overcome, Scorpio, but also you can be very popular right now, and you can have a little better family life or home life right now too. So congratulations. Okay, what does it mean to a Sagittarian? Well, Sagittarius, this is a time when I think, even though there are no planets in the fire signs, I think that you can be looking forward for some sort of opportunity right now. Jupiter is in Scorpio right behind your sun sign, and it is involved in a good grand trine in water signs. So there can be some sort of friendly overture or attempt to heal a rift behind the scenes, or you can have a very good friend that is wanting to share their good fortune with you behind the scenes. And then Saturn and Pluto in Capricorn, which are also involved in a trine with planets in Taurus, are right ahead of your sun sign. And that means you may be seriously contemplating some involvement with a large corporation or a government agency. And yet, because there are no planets in any of the fire signs, this is a time for you to make a good start, not by taking action, Sagittarius, but by weighing your options and by sort of looking around and seeing what is practical and seeing what you'd like to do. It doesn't mean that you have to jump into anything right now, but you could make a good start on making some very serious plans right now. They would be associated with your career or business plans. And just planning something could be a good start right now, so I hope you try that. Okay, what does it mean to a Capricorn? Well, Capricorn, this is a time when you can be fortified by a good investment right now, because the planets in Taurus, Uranus and Mercury, are trining your sun sign where you have Saturn and Pluto. So there could be some reworking of an investment. There could be some good news about one. In other words, if you're thinking about investing, the price could be right now, so maybe you should do that. However, if you have an investment already, you could be getting some good news about its increased value. And that would be nice because it could make you feel more secure. And Capricorns are very security prone. At the same time, since yours is a cardinal sign, there are a few things to look out for. Venus in Cancer is opposing Saturn and Pluto in your sign, so there could be a betrayal around somewhere, and it could be necessary right now. It might be involving a family matter, a person in a family, or it might involve some sort of reduction in a management position or budgets that are being cut back in one way or another. So that could happen in your workplace, Capricorn. And so you need to watch out for that a little bit and stay on the practical side, because the moon in Libra is also squaring your sun. And that means that it could be a little bit difficult to make peace with people right now, not because you're at war, but because they could be undecided about something. They could be not sure of something yet. And so you just need to exercise a little patience. But I think financially you're doing okay, Capricorn, so keep it up. Okay, what does it mean to an Aquarian? Well, Aquarius, this is a time that you could certainly enjoy and take advantage of, and that is because Mars is in your sign at 3 degrees in a rare, perfect grand trine today with planets in the other air signs. So Mars in your sign, Aquarius, which rules the future, is trining the sun in Gemini, which rules communication and easy transitional change. And those two planets are also trining the moon today at 3 degrees in Libra. And so it's possible, Aquarius, that if you have any problems, particularly financial problems, that need to be settled in one way or another, you're going to get people that can help you because they're good at communicating, so they could maybe even speak for you and sort of be a spokesman and help you that way. And with the moon in Libra trining your sun, it simply means that you can work out a legal matter that is fair and balanced. In other words, it's fair to you, but it could also be fair to somebody else. And that could really work out because everyone could be in perfect agreement right now. You might be shocked by that, Aquarius, but it is entirely possible. So I would take advantage of this wonderful grand trine that involves both lights, the sun in Gemini and the moon in Libra, to settle any differences you have, because yours is a fixed sign. And that means that Mercury and Uranus and Taurus are squaring your sign, and so is Jupiter and Scorpio, and they are the financial signs. And yet, you can get something done, and you can certainly, with very good intentions, make a good start at something that would make a lot of other people feel good as well. So I hope you go to it, because this is a golden opportunity for you, Aquarius, to do your best. Okay, what does it mean to a Pisces? Well, Pisces, This is a time when you can certainly benefit from the grand trine in water signs because two wonderful planets are trining your sun sign right now. Venus in Cancer is trining Neptune in your sign, and so is Jupiter in Scorpio. So this can be really good for making a good start that benefits family members and just plain makes people feel better. That would be great. And also, this is a time when you can be quite agreeable to seeing that justice is done and that the truth comes out, so that when the truth is revealed, people will know how to handle it, and that can reduce their stress and anxiety. So you can be very instrumental in sort of helping people feel better right now if you want to, Pisces. At the same time, you can be a little bit wary about who to trust. That's because Neptune is in your sign. But even if you are wary, this is a great time, Pisces, for you to settle your differences. And in fact, a lot of people want to do that. And so this is just a golden time to make a good start on something, particularly if it means that it can make not only you, but everybody else happy too. So I hope you give that a try, because you will be successful. Congratulations. All right. Thanks so much for tuning in. Remember, you can see our show, hear and read our blog, and hear our podcast on our website, starborninstitute.org. Bye.